And that was the McLean Family Band with Marie's Wedding / Cooley's Reel / Carried Out of Buckley's, and Al White on lead vocals. And that brings us into the final portion of Overtones today. And last week on Overtones, Ruth McLean of the McLean Family Band visited with us. And last week, the band officially kicked off their 50th anniversary tour on the Red Barn Live stage. And we learned so much about this amazing family, including their years of traveling the world with the sponsorship of the U.S. State Department, which was a very interesting story. And they also have a picture book that kind of like captures all these pictures of being in Africa, Alaska, almost virtually everywhere. They are just such wonderful treasures to the state of Kentucky, and what a just true gift we have. And Warren, the line producer of Red Barn Radio, is also here with us, and kind of break it down for us on what we got to see and what we'll get to hear, I believe, this weekend on WLXU on Sunday morning.
Well, what can you say about the McLean Family Band? I mean, 50 years in the music business, in the bluegrass genre. You know, they're just shining examples of what the music of Kentucky can bring to the world. You know, they're ambassadors, really, for the state. And we were completely honored to have them kick off their 50th anniversary tour on the Red Barn Radio stage. They brought in some new tunes that we hadn't heard before, and some old favorites, and it was just a great show.
Well, wonderful. Thanks, Warren. And just to kind of, I guess, segue into the next segment, that was Red Barn Recap, which is a feature we will have where we will cover who was on Red Barn last week. And now we're moving into Red Barn Roundup. And this week we will feature the amazing, and might I add, 2018 Lexington Music Award winners for Rock Act. And Ryan, I'm sure you got that text from me last night that I sent you.
Oh, yeah.
How did you feel about that?
That's great, yeah. We're very happy to have that. But, I was at a show last night, so...
Yeah. They were performing at the Burl last night, and it was really happening there, too, from what I understand.
Yeah. It's happening all over town.
It sure is, and another one of the wonderful things we have in the city. And also in the studio, we have Matt Wickstrom, as I mentioned earlier, of Wick's Picks, which airs on Lexington Community Radio Wednesday mornings from 9 to 10, and we're so glad to have you. And Matt, you are quite familiar with, and you are also a huge fan of Magnolia Boulevard.
Yes.
And you've also done some writing about them. So what do you think they have that stands out so much in the music community here in Lexington?
They just...
Maggie.
Yes.
That helps.
Maggie is a phenomenal vocalist and just has an amazing stage presence that just draws you in. But I think overall, I think the whole band's just very tight-knit. They're very good at communicating on and off the stage through their music and all that. They've just got a very good sound. They've worked hard on it, and they keep getting better every show I see them. I feel like every show they're pulling out some new song, or they're trying something out new with a song that they've been playing with for a while, and it turns out great,
Yes.
But they're constantly getting better, and they are absolutely deserving of the Rock Band Award they got. They are one of my favorite bands in Lexington at the moment.
I totally agree. And so this week, Wednesday night at Red Barn Radio, we will present Magnolia Boulevard on Red Barn Live, and they are a 5-piece band built in Lexington, Kentucky, with a variety of musical backgrounds. This group has come together seamlessly on a common sound, balancing the line between blues, funk, and rock and roll. And we have in the studio with us Ryan Allen on keyboard and Gregg Erwin on guitar. And I'll turn over the microphone to you all. And first of all, tell us who's in the rest of your band. And also, let's just kind of get some, feedback on how you all formed, how you all came to be.
Like we said, we've got Maggie Noel on vocals and Todd Copeland on drums, John Roberts on bass. As far as how it got together, it was a really organic thing. I guess I was one of the last guys to get added. Gregg and me were playing with Chris Bentley at Willie's.
I remember the other day when that was.
Yeah.
It had to be in January.
And that's actually the first time that we met was on stage. We didn't actually talk until after the show. But
well, officially met. Then we had figured out that we had met like 3 or 4 years ago in Jackson.
Yeah.
Really?
Brett, yeah.
Yeah, I was playing with a band called Horton Holler, and Gregg was playing with somebody else. And we were both at this festival in Jackson, and apparently had talked backstage. And didn't remember until recently.
We got to talking about guitars or something.
Yeah.
And you had an aha moment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh, that's that guy.
Seems like I was doing something with the intonation. That strap, man, it would always slip.
Yeah.
Every show I would have to mess with. But yeah, I moved to Lexington in 2016, January, I believe, and had a friend tag me in the singer-songwriter's night, which I'm not a singer-songwriter per se. Just do my best to play. And I was dying to get out and play, so I went, and as luck would have it, Maggie was there, her and Case. And about a month later, she sent me a message saying that she would like to get together and jam. And I played a show at the old Cosmic Charlie's, I think 2 years ago. You remember when it snowed, like the only decent snow, like
Yes.
8 or 10 inches? It was that night.
That's always the night you're going to have a big performance,
Yeah,
right?
man. Yeah, I got a call from Ishi Wooten. Ishi. I had the hardest time saying Ishi. But anyways, that's how Todd and I met. But it all just kind of came together. Long story short, it just happened, and we're really proud of it. And just try to write a better song today than we did yesterday, and just try to roll with it. Try to take it on down the road. You know.
Wonderful.
We're
And
proud of it.
Greg, you're fairly new to the Lexington music scene as
Yeah.
well, and from what I understand, you're very grateful to be here.
Oh man, yeah, I love it. I mean, there's so much going
Vanessa's
on.
also new to the music
Cool.
scene, about
New
1
and
year.
grateful.
Yes.
Well, there's so much good going on. You know, we're not playing sports. It's not a competition, and we all support each other. And you know, it's just everybody comes out to everyone else's shows. We're all friends with each other. We all, like I said, we all support each other. That's really the thing, is going to live shows. You know, because obviously it's much better with a crowd there, but especially when people are enjoying the music, and that seems to be happening, so that's cool. And then plus, you know, like Saturday we played at Southgate House, and it's Trippin' Roots, us, Brother Smith, and Zach Longoria from Louisville, and
I would have been totally starstruck at that.
man, it was great. But it's, you know, it's like just Lexington, Louisville bands, Cincinnati bands. It's a great thing happening right now. Everybody's working together, and that's really the main thing. You know, I think that's why it is what it is. But it's a really good thing. It's great.
Totally agree.
Good to be a part of it.
So, Ryan, my question for you, is there one instrument that you do not play?
Oh yeah.
He is
There's
such
plenty.
a master of a
play
lot
a
of
tuba,
different
yeah.
instruments. And every time I see him on Facebook, he is experimenting with some new instrument. So walk us through some of the instruments that you, I guess, started off with and what the progression has been as you add these on.
Well, Leon Russell never claimed to be a piano player, and I don't either. He said he's just a good actor. And I'd like to think that I'm a pretty good actor too. But
You act like you know what you're doing. People think
yeah.
That's 99% of success, by the way.
Good. It's
Yeah.
life advice.
But you know, I've got an uncle who's in a band called the Mojo Filter Kings, and they, you know, played a whole lot back in probably the '90s around here, and he taught me how to play guitar, and from that I kind of taught myself to play piano, and really it was just, well, after that, you know, mandolin and some other stuff, but you know, I really think of myself as a guitar player, and everything else is just kind of for fun, but yeah, mainly I just play piano at the house just because I enjoy doing it. But turns out there's not a whole lot of keyboardists in Lexington, and then there is a whole lot of guitar players. So I'm getting all the keyboard gigs. But
Well, we are glad that you're getting the keyboard gigs.
well, me too.
Thank you guys for being here with us today. And also thank you, Matt Wickstrom, for being with us today. You can hear more from Magnolia Boulevard on Matt's show on Wednesday morning, right? 9 to 10.
Yes, I'll have Maggie, Gregg, and I believe Ryan maybe as well in the studio with me for an hour of live music and chat.
Wonderful. And I'm again thankful for David McLean for being with us here today, Whitney Akey, and the beautiful and talented Vanessa Davis. And Vanessa is going to take us out here not literally take us out, but take us out of the show. And I just want to just say that next week on Overtones, along with Red Barn Recap and Roundup, we're going to add a couple of different features. So we're going to talk, if time presents, my first installment of Talk About My Generation, which is going to bring in a younger performer and a more, let's just say more seasoned or tenured musician, and we're going to kind of combine them together and talk about what each generation can learn off of each other. One of the wonderful things when I go to Magnolia Boulevard, I get to hear songs that I know and from our generation, and I think that's just such a beautiful thing that you do for our generation. We're also going to feature an installment called This Is My Town, where we're going to feature songwriters who write about different cities, towns, and socioeconomic situations in Kentucky. So I will have Joanna James here with us, the band, to break it all down for us. So, all on next week's show of Overtones on Lexington Community Radio. This is Renee Collins. I'm working in concert each and every week to remind you that when words fail, music speaks. Have a great week filled with music and love. Goodbye, everyone, and let's hear it from Vanessa Davis.
Shy little violet, don't count me out yet, 'cause I'm changing my tune. Used to be afraid of my own voice, afraid to make my own choice, but I'm changing my tune. Oh, I'm changing my tune. Oh, I'm changing my tune. Carry the weight of the world on my shoulders, I'm wiser and older, so I'm changing my tune. Looking around for yesterday, but it's gone. I got a new song, so I'm changing my tune. Oh, I'm changing my tune. Oh, I'm changing my tune. The road is long, might as well invite some friends to come along. Singing a song, oh, oh, so sing along, oh, oh. I got the ringlets in my pocket, who would have thought it? Just by changing my tune, the sunshine is wrapped around my finger, 'cause I'm a thinker, and thought of changing my tune, oh, oh, oh.